Welcome to Martins Monday Moanings, where I moan on a Monday. I recently traveled to Cape Town and it made me think how different we are as men today compared to in the 1970s. In the 70s, a man would be 25 years old, have 2 kids and a wife, rock up in a foreign country, just land at the airport, rent a car, and get driving. Just him, few cigarettes, and the local word for beer. You know, you just rock up in Rio de Janeiro with 2 kids and a paper map and just sort of try get around. You'd phone ahead of time, try to speak to someone who speaks English in that country, book a hotel, go there, pay with a credit card. If even you pay cash, you go around everywhere with cash. Maybe you'd exchange some currency at the airport and go about your way. Not a care in the world, no anxieties about it. Just a paper map, cigarettes, 2 kids and a wife in a rental car. And you go around the country with no cares and no worries. And now we've got all the tech in the world to make it the easiest thing, the absolute easiest thing on the planet. And we still have anxiety and we stress out. I traveled to Cape Town, like I said, and took the car train to the airport. I've not ridden the car train many times. And it is the simplest thing in the world. Everything's color-coded. Every train track is color-coded. There's maps everywhere. It's not extremely complicated. There's not a lot of turnoffs. And I had this anxiety that I'm going to get on the wrong train and end up going the wrong way and being late. They've got stickers of aeroplanes on the floor. It's the easiest thing, going to the airport. Just follow the stickers. I was so frustrated. Like, oh, this is so confusing. What's going on here? Just follow little aeroplane stickers, get on the train and get off when it says, oh, Atamba. As easy as that. I'd die if I had to rock up in a foreign country where no one speaks English with a paper map and a rental car. I don't know how I'd get around. No wonder women are so frustrated by men today. It's a lot of gender hate going around, right? There's a lot of guys complaining about women on the internet ridiculously. A lot of women complaining about men not being real men and that we need to go off and die at war. Ridiculous. But it's insane to me. I mean, women have such a hard time of it now. There's a new Mean Girls movie. Just leave Mean Girls alone, you know? That's women's movie. That's their thing. You know, they love that. Just leave it alone. Don't make a new Mean Girls. I actually think it's a huge conspiracy. I think that there is no new Mean Girls movie. I don't know a single person who's like, oh yeah, I went to go see the new Mean Girls. It's just a poster at these places called cinemas that we used to go to. They just made a poster. There's no actual movie. It was just to make us think that there's still like a movie industry. Like, oh, Mean Girls. Oh, what? A new Mean Girls movie? No one's seen it. Yeah, don't go see the new Mean Girls movie. But I don't know. That's when you're giving advice to anybody now, you have to add a disclaimer to the end of it. It's like Bad Vice, the All Ears podcast on the network, hosted by Simi Arif and Ross Solomon. The disclaimer is literally the name of the show, right? Bad Vice. If you take this advice, it's on you. You know, we're telling you it's bad advice. And I recently made the mistake of not adding any disclaimers to some advice I gave to a friend. You know, some woman advice. And I gave him my honest advice, which I still stand by in terms of the logic behind the advice, but it turned out badly. And I made the mistake of not knowing that I should say, but I don't know, at the end of the advice. Whenever you give anybody any sort of advice, you say your advice and then you say, but I don't know. Then you leave it on them, right? Take the advice. If you do and it turns out badly, I said, but I don't know, right? You have to add disclaimers. Like, I legitimately think I'm in for some legal trouble now because I gave horrible advice and it turned out so poorly. And I did not say, but I don't know. I was very confident about my advice. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh man, I was thinking about a short time ago. And when I say short time, it could be any volume of measurement between 2 days and 5 years. That's that for me, a short time. is a very, very large window of time. But a short time ago, there was a girl I really, really liked. And we were talking a lot and we were hanging out a lot. But I wasn't ready for commitment really at that stage. And she was telling me about a guy that she was interested in and was really interested in her. And they were talking on social media. And she had only one concern about the guys. There were some photos on his Facebook. I should also start by saying that this woman was not South African. She lived here, but she was European. And she had this guy on Facebook, went through some of his images and found images of him dressed in the costume from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And she was confused by this because I don't think she was familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show because she's European. And she really liked the guy. She's like, no, he's fantastic, this and this, great guy, everything but these photos. Like, these photos of him bug me. And I was so petty. I was so petty and possessive that I doubled down with her on those pictures, even though I knew it was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, perhaps it was like a Halloween party or he's an actor or something along those lines. But there's these images of him on social media that she showed me, and she's like, oh, like, what's going on here? So I was just like, oh, he's a transvestite. He has the definition for it in English. He has the Google definition for transvestite. He dresses like, instead of explaining to her, listen, that's a character from a very popular show. This could be Halloween or he's an actor. I was just like, no, he's a transvestite. He dresses in women's clothes. Some people do that. Don't judge. I still said the words "don't judge," as if I'm still being nice, knowing I was sabotaging the whole time. Yeah, it's great being petty. Anyway, we all do it. Don't you dare judge me. I know that if you search your soul and think back to some of the things you've done, we've all done something along these lines. Don't judge me. I'm Marco Martins. This has been Monday Moanings. Good luck with the rest of your week.